Okay, so sometimes you're wondering, how can I develop my poster titles? How can I make it look better? How can the title stand out more? So what I'm going to start with, a lot of you probably, I'll just call mine title. So you might just have a simple title at the top of your poster. It's okay, but it's not really going to stand out too much. So let's make it bolder. What we call this is single line lettering. But I want you to try double line lettering. So just going to kind of go over the top. And you can see already it's making the lettering bolder. And for a poster, you really need to make your title stand out from a distance. So I've just gone over very quickly and made what we call double line lettering. In fact, it's just a shape. Doesn't matter what letter it is, you're making shapes rather than lines. Now that's okay, but it's not overly exciting. A lot of you have probably done bubble writing before. Let's try and make this a little bit more quirky. So let's try and change the shape a bit. And for those of you maybe that struggle to have straight lines in your work and feel maybe a bit not so confident with your drawing, this is actually quite forgiving. It gives you a really interesting type of lettering which is a little bit more unique. So I'm just kind of going off the normal line, and as you can see, my lettering's just a bit more interesting now than just a simple bubble writing. I'm not too worried about getting my lines perfect because it gives it a little bit more character and movement. So there I've got a little bit more of an interesting title. Now then, what you can do from there is add some colour. So I'm just adding a light colour, like a yellow to start with. I'm being really quick, I'm just getting a basic colour down. And now I'm going to choose a complementary colour, something that works well with yellow. So I'm going for some blue. And I'm just being quite quick, allowing a lot of the yellow to show through. Keep your pencil quite loose in your hand so you've got a lot of feel for your drawing. Keep it quite low down like this. And I'm kind of going around the edge. I'm not spending too long. So I've got layered colour now. And some of you might be tempted to use a marker pen and go around the edge. Well, often that doesn't work so well, so try and keep the pencils when you're doing this. Something that is going to make your lettering stand out a little bit more is what we call a drop shadow. So basically, I'm just going to add some extra colour to one side, so you need to be consistent with this. I'm doing bottom and left side. You could do top and right side, but you've got to think about where the light's coming from. Think of it as a three-dimensional letter. So I'm just quickly adding some extra bits there. Now then, one last thing, if you like, I like to add a few little gestural marks just to give it a little bit of character, a little bit of extra stuff going on. And we're nearly there. A little bit of this, that and the other. You obviously can do what you fancy, and some of you might think I want to be a bit more detailed than this and take a bit more time. You might want to add some pattern or some different texture to your letters. But there we go. Title for your poster, and hopefully that's a little bit better than what we started with.